ENVE Wheels have long been on the wish list of the discerning road, gravel or mountain bike rider, with their build quality and tendency to be early leaders in wheel technology being what attracts many riders. That said, their price has meant that they are available only to those with deep pockets, but last year that changed. ENVE launched the Foundation collection with options for road, gravel and mountain biking. They took up a huge amount of the tech from their top-end wheels and knocked a chunk off the price too. This made them instantly popular, and today we're going to take a closer look at what you're getting, how ENVE saved money to bring the price down, and why they wanted to offer the same customer aftercare that they give you with the SES wheels. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the ENVE Foundation collection. Firstly, the Foundation collection has expanded away from just road wheels. Gravel riders have the choice between the 700C AG25 and the 650B AG28. Both have hookless carbon rims with wide internal profiles that are designed to support tyres from 36mm and up. Mountain bikers have the AM30, a trail and all-mountain wheel set with a hookless carbon rim, but it is the road wheels that we want to focus on, and here there are two options. Firstly, the 45 is the all-round choice for riders that like to climb and ride fast. The 45mm deep hookless carbon rim is designed to handle well when descending, and they shouldn't be a handful when it gets a bit windy. Then there is the 65. As with the 45, the clue about the depth is in the name, and again, you're looking at a hookless carbon rim. But this time, the wheel is aimed at a rider that sticks to the flat and rolling terrain and likes to do a spot of racing or faster events. All ENVE wheels that are sold in the UK and Ireland have been hand-built by ENVE's master wheel builders at Saddleback. All stock and customer services are based there, so aftermarket care is handled in one place, making things a lot easier. Now, I could stand around here and tell you all about the wheels, but when there is an expert available, we're always keen to get their take. So here to chat about the wheels in depth is ENVE's Neil Shirley. Right then, hi Neil. A lot of people like me, okay, so they buy them, especially carbon wheels, for the looks, but also buy them to go a little bit faster. How do these stack up in the wind tunnel?
Yeah, so when we did in the development, we obviously did CFD, and then when we actually went into the tunnel, actually in the UK there, we do all of our wind tunnel testing at the Mercedes tunnel, and we they're nearly as fast as our 7.8, which is our premium triathlon time trial wheel. They're right up there. So yeah, I think it's safe to say the low-hanging fruit has definitely been picked, and so to continue getting improvements, really it's looking at how the tire works in conjunction with the rim, the profile, rolling resistance improvements, refinements in tubeless technology. So that's where the Foundation wheels come in, kind of the modern tubeless designs with the hookless speed, and how the tires really fit with that. And I think that's where we're seeing a lot of improvements.
So I've got the 65 behind me, but you've also got the 45 in this range. How do you see those two wheels suiting different kind of riders?
Yeah, I think the 45 is really positioned as that all-around wheel for the person that isn't looking for necessarily a specialty wheel. They're climbing, they're everyday riding. Whereas the 65 can work really well for someone on flatter to rolling terrain, or specifically looking for a time trial or triathlon wheel. Our premium SES wheels, they have, we do a little shallower profile rim in the front, a deeper rim in the rear. With the 65 and 45, some of the ways that we've been able to reduce the cost is by having same rims front and rear. It's a slightly different laminate. It's the same, layup artists that are doing the SES and the Foundation. It's trying to reduce the overall time that it takes, and that's what helps bring costs down. There's not a machine that's doing any of this. This is all hand laid up from cut and ply, beginning when the material comes off of the roll. It's humans that are doing all the cutting and until it gets to the layup stage and the pieces of carbon going into the mold. So that is definitely where the expense for carbon parts comes from.
One of the defining features of ENVE rims for some years now has been hookless, tubeless technology. First of all, could you explain kind of what that is, and then we'll run more into why you choose that technology?
Yeah, so in 2016 is when we introduced the SES 4.5 AR, which was the first hookless road wheel, not just from ENVE, but on the market. And it really came from, that's how mountain bike rims, we had been designing our mountain bike rims, and a number of other brands had been designing their rims as well. So we brought that over to the road. It allows us superior manufacturing. We can use hard tooling. In manufacturing, we could ensure that the tolerances are exact. So the tire fitment is better, and a true tubeless system should not rely on hooks to perform. The tire is supposed to seal on the shoulder of the rim and not be lifting off and using the hooks. And so what we realized over the last handful of years is that there are a lot of inconsistencies with tire diameters and bead stiffness. And so once, when we launched the 4.5 AR, we realized there were only a handful of tires that we would approve for use on those wheels. And so we started a tire approval list, and that still lives on our website, and it's one of our most visited pages on enve.com. It's kind of driven the market and some of the tire manufacturers to start improving and just improving consistency and making sure that their tires are compatible. And now that we've seen Zip and Cadex and a number of other wheel manufacturers follow suit with hookless, it's really the improvements are coming really quickly.
Okay, so moving into the center of the wheel now, you guys have got a new hub shell here. Can you talk us through the new hub shell?
Yeah, so it's our foundation hubs. You have a shell shaping change on the flanges, and then aside from that, the internals are all the same except for the bearing. So they used a steel bearing. But the drive mechanisms, ID360, has been really successful. There's a performance quality to like quick engagement and that feeling of like being on the pedals and delivering power instantly. And so, yeah, we really targeted a really maintenance-free, simple drive mechanism that is as efficient as possible and is drag free, so that they're performance hubs just like our premium hubs. We're really proud of being able to make all of our rims here in the US, but what makes our product special and sets us apart is what we're able to do under one roof. Having our engineering team and prototyping and manufacturing and test lab all in one building allows us to be much more nimble than most other brands. And so our engineers can have a rim design that they're drawing up. It can go into the prototype lab, and a couple days later we could be out test riding it with our testing team. We can come back 2 days later, have another iteration. If we want it stiffer, we want a different ride quality, whatever changes we want to make. I think that's what makes ENVE Wheels special is like we're able to really do that last couple % in performance and ride quality.
You're also using Sapim's CX-Ray spoke. Now, funnily enough, I think they're a brilliant spoke because they're the spoke that I chose for my wheel build. Do you like them as a spoke? Obviously, you've spec'd them on here. What do they bring to the wheel set?
Yeah, so we've been working entirely with Sapim for a number of years now on all of our wheels, and we have, you know, they manufacture the nipples for us, special nipples for our wheels, the internal and some of the wheels that have external nipples as well. They're a fantastic partner. They know what we need. We are in, you know, we know how the wheels are going to tune with their spokes, and so yeah, we're really happy with that partnership.
Awesome. And then, say something horrible goes wrong. This year I've managed to crash my bike a few times. One of the things that people buy ENVEs for is the aftercare. So could you talk us through what that covers?
Yeah, so we have our 5-year warranty that basically is a warranty against manufacturing defects. But on top of that, we have our lifetime incident protection. We want people racing on our wheels. We want people riding hard, and we know what can happen sometimes. We get some crazy returns in, you know, people melting their rim on their exhaust pipe on their car. Just some stuff that, you know, our warranty team, they, you know, it always blows my mind, but they're like, oh yeah, this stuff happens. But we protect our products like it's an investment, and we want our customers to feel that like this is a wheel set that they have full confidence in, and if they're out riding and something unforeseen happens, we want to be able to take care of them. We replace the rim for free for the lifetime of the product. So we've all been in, you know, I've crashed more times than I can recount, and you know, when you have a $1,600 to $3,000 wheel, we all know that's a huge investment, and we definitely, you know, want our customers to realize that we have their back on that.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for talking us through the new Foundation wheel set range, Neil. Hopefully I'll get these out on my bike. I've just got to sneak them out of the office.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, I don't know about you, but I now really want a set of ENVE wheels. Do you think they'd notice if maybe one set didn't go back? I am joking, of course none of these wheels will be going back. I'm pitching them all. Actually, in seriousness, we will have full reviews of these wheels on the site very, very soon, so look out for them. Until then, if you've got any questions about the ENVE Foundation range, pop them down in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe this video if you like this video and want to see more from us. And until then, we'll see you in the next one.